If you love what we do, then please consider supporting Kritfayle on Patreon. Your support helps us grow and to create more content more often. And now, on with the show.
It is the day before Life Day. You're both sitting in Red's bar, and the tavern itself has been unusually decorated in many different festive lights and trinkets and plants, even some living plants, which is very rare in Jedah. There's light music playing in the background, as is tradition with Life Day, and Red the Trandoshan is behind her bar, cleaning the bar top as other patrons in the place. It's busier than normal this time of year. More people coming in off the street and celebrating night before Life Day.
And Scar pokes at his food a little with a fork. And he looks like he's been thinking about it for a while. And he looks up. I don't like this.
You don't like what?
Why do they call this instant? It's not instant. I had to wait for it.
I mean, it's quicker than some other food, right?
But they also call that dawn food that we have instant as well. And it makes like a sludge.
Yeah.
But you still have to wait for that. You've still got to heat the water. It's not instant. If it took 89 seconds, why don't they call it 89-second sludge? Why do they call it instant?
I mean, that's not really catchy. I don't think it would sell.
It's illogical.
Yeah, you say that about a lot of stuff, though.
I hate Life Day.
Sorry, how did we jump from non-instant food to hating Life Day?
All these irrelevant decorations. You know they're going to buy a whole bunch of new ones next year.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, I think it's kind of fun.
And they're just going to put them in boxes, and they're just going to take up space. This sort of thing has led to the separation of those couples that think that that's important.
I see. You sound like you have experience with this.
Red pipes up from the back of the bar. He sounds like someone I used to know.
Yeah, who's that?
Hubby.
What?
Ex-hubby.
Oh. Is
Jill?
that why you split up? Because he didn't like Life Day.
Yes, something like that.
I mean, it's only once a year, right? Can't be that
Well, I
bad.
heard that he didn't like that she built a shed on Life Day.
You built a shed on Life Day?
And he points to the screen on the corner, which has all the different comm networks. They were talking about it on the Dido Riders.
I don't think I heard of that one.
It's Tauntaun Racing. I'm not quite sure
Oh.
why they were talking about Life Day, but I guess it was a slow race.
So they started talking about Red's shed.
Wow. People
Rich.
doing strange things on Life Day.
Oh. I don't know.
Building
I mean,
sheds, buying extra decorations.
is that last one weird?
That's what I should have called this place, the Red Shed.
It's a bit big to be a shed, don't you think?
That's where most of these folk come in, escaping their better halves.
And Shae starts to look around as though trying to see if everyone here is indeed escaping a spouse.
Quite possibly. Some look up, a couple others laugh and clink their drinks together, and as if they're celebrating either success or windfall or the escape of eternal damnation.
Scar starts to look at them carefully. Each one escaping their spouses. I wonder if any of them have a bounty on them.
I don't think she meant like that. Look, I know you're getting annoyed because we haven't had a job in a while, but can't just go grabbing random people in case their spouses want them back.
Right. They might not want them back. They wouldn't pay. Good idea.
Sure, let's go with that.
Need something more solid.
Well, have you heard of anything?
Yeah. We take the spouses and make them pay to not give them back.
Oh, goodness. And what if they don't have any money?
Need something more solid.
It's something else. I mean, for a Mandalorian, you're not very bright. That bucket on your head sure keeps a lot of those thought processes from escaping. I'm sort of glad about that. Hey, kiddo, do you want to come and grab some food?
Yeah? Okay.
Grab a basket.
Okay, Shae will head over.
I'm not wearing my bucket.
He has a bucket to wear instead of a helmet?
It's
Well,
filthy
his helmet's
too.
getting cleaned. He wears a bucket.
Yeah, filthy bucket. I can't see how people can wear those things on their heads.
Well, a helmet.
Yeah, it's not natural. And she picks up a basket and hands Shae one.
I mean, I guess in that sense, neither is like shoes or anything natural.
Well, your shoes aren't listening to the sound of the world.
I don't think so.
And your shoes aren't looking at the beauty of flowers and things like that. And she
No.
starts...
Normally. I think you meant my feet aren't, but...
And she starts
Hey.
heading out of the bar.
But you know he can see and hear, right?
Yeah, but it's artificial-like.
Okay. Okay, she's got a basket. What's she doing?
Oh, she's walking out the front of the bar to go up the street to get some
Doing
food.
that, then. Great, she's doing that.
You coming, kiddo?
Yeah, coming. She will follow.
Yeah, we'll go back to watching Dido Rhiners.
Is that on TV?
Yep.
Dino Riders or Dido Riders? 'Cause
Dido
it's-
Rhiners.
Is nothing sacred with you? Everything I have told you today, you have used.
Was it supposed to be sacred?
So I overheard you saying to the big boy that you ain't taking on a job for a little while.
Nope. Haven't gotten any.
You both running out of funds. I don't. You know you don't have to get all your jobs through me. You ain't been getting jobs on your own.
I mean, I guess not.
Well, I haven't heard much on the channels of late, but I can certainly pop in to someone I know and ask for you.
I think Scar would appreciate that. He's getting a little impatient.
No promises, though, kiddo. She whispers.
All right.
And the streets are filled with people and lots of different species and people around shopping and moving about the city. It seems almost unusually more active than normal, considering the recent weeks of hostilities that have been raging against the perceived Imperial might. There's been more patrols of stormtroopers in the district. Not so much TIE fighters flying overhead or anything like that. It's more the place has seen more traffic in Imperial presence. Definitely a higher foot presence, as well as Imperial shuttles coming and going, and Imperial freighters coming. No one really entirely sure what the Imperial presence means here. There's some that say that the Imperials might be setting up a future base here. There's some say that there's a rebellion presence here that have been fighting against the Imperial capitalists, and that the Empire's here to squash that part of the rebellion. Others say that there's a secret presence of Imperial specialists here that are seeking to conduct experiments on the local populace. All these rumors, going about the city in itself, are usually with the stormtroopers that do, that are seen in the city. Most tend to leave the local populace alone, but there has been the case of some incidents of people outright attacking the stormtroopers. It hasn't really happened much, but in the last couple of weeks, you've probably heard of, maybe two such instances.
Okay.
Where stormtrooper groups have been attacked. So there's that air of uncertainness about. There's been protesting in the streets, which has been closely monitored by Imperial presence, but other than that, and the local authorities as well. But other than that, the city of Jedah runs as it usually runs, and being the day before Life Day, lots of people out. The place is brightly decorated with colourful objects and things, and lots of street music and street food, and people that are happy and people are not so happy. More beggars coming out this time of year as well. And Red pulls up to. Red wanders up to one of the local street vendors, and she's looking at various meats and fruits. And in the noise of the city street, you don't actually quite catch what she says, but she sort of mutters something to him, and he hands her a puck, as well as some dried meats. She nods in and thanks him. And she turns back to Shae. All right, I think we have got what we need.
Excellent.
And on the way back, Red hands you the puck and she says, see if this will make the big man happy, kiddo.
Hopefully. All right, and we're headed back to the bar and grill.
After visiting several other meat and fruit and food vendors, you both carry big baskets of chock full of various different types of foods. Some that look interesting and palatable, and others not quite so much.
All right.
Yep, and yeah, you eventually get back to the bar.
Okay. And is Scar still sitting in the same spot? Is he still poking at food very unhappily?
Yeah, a little, yeah. Just sort of moving it around, not really eating it.
All right. Shae's gonna head back over to the table, sit down, slide the puck across to him, and say, "Happy early life day."
And he reaches out and presses the button on it.
And there's a holographic image that says 2,500 credits. Return alive. Name Deebs Nance.
And Scar gets up and starts heading to the door, and then he stops. And he turns slowly and walks back over to the table and reaches out and presses the button again, and he looks at it. And he very slowly looks up at Shae.
Who looks back?
Alive?
Is that so unusual?
Alive?
Yeah, that's what it says.
I thought you said this was an early life day present.
It's a job, okay?
Alive.
Not everyone wants people brought in dead.
Not logical.
Look, the last job we did, you weren't supposed to kill the person either.
No one saw me do it. Wasn't my fault.
No, whose was it?
He shouldn't have done what he did.
Which was?
I said don't run.
Can't kill this one. Says not to. And remember what happened last time.
Picks up the park.
Didn't get all the money last time.
And he walks towards the door.
Were you the one complaining about how we're behind on the ship payment?
Can I have both?
No.
All right.
Okay, and I guess Shae is trying to find out more information about this, but I'm not sure how.
Skullduggery.
As a voice from the sky? I mean, do you just want me to make a skullduggery roll? Because I can do that.
Yes, please. And after a while, you get one person who says that if you want to look for someone, maybe look at a bar. And another person gave you the name The Broken Inn. Yeah, I've heard of Deeb's Nance. He occasionally visits the Broken Inn.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he's a mine worker. Well, at least was, but that's the last time I saw him.
And when was that?
Oh, about 3 days ago.
Oh. Any idea why anyone would be trying to find him?
Not sure. Heard he got a windfall.
Okay. Well, thank you.
No problem. That will be 5 credits.
Fine. She'll give him 5 credits.
Thanks, little one. And blessings for this lovely life day.
You're not that much taller than me, you know?
Oh, I am sitting on the ground holding a basket.
Fine. Wait, does that mean he's taller than me sitting down
Well,
on the ground?
and he's got no legs up to the knee. Does that make sense? Blessings to you, darling.
Happy early life day.
And to you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
She will go back and find Scar. Wherever he may be.
He's at the ship. He
Okay.
has opened his big, well, I mean, might not be that big, but big enough, armory cabinet, and he is looking at all of his toys.
You remember the bit about don't kill him, right?
And he looks at her and frowns. I remember.
So what you doing?
So can I take the cerebral scrambler?
No.
The plasma incinerators.
Why? No!
Seismic shatterers?
Definitely not.
The ice heart stoppers.
No!
You gotta let me have the Gale spiral spinal location movers.
You're just making things up.
Acid dusters.
No!
Poison slime slippers.
You don't need any of that.
The fragmenting limb separators.
I think not only would they probably want him back alive, he probably should have all his limbs.
Life day present is this? What about an aneurysm?
How would you bring an aneurysm? And this isn't your life day present. I said it was an early life day present, and I said that as a joke. I do have a present for you, but it's not till tomorrow, and it's not got to do with killing people. Exactly.
Blasters.
You can bring a blaster, just don't kill him.
And he takes his blaster.
Even have all that for, anyway? How often do you use that?
You never know. Good to have, just in case.
Just in case.
The
in case you
one
need to-
time you need someone's spine to be relocated, you'll be happy we have this.
Fine, when that day comes, you can say you told me so. Until then, leave it here. We gotta find... Have you heard of a bar called the Broken Inn?
Oh, I see what they did there.
Yeah. Apparently, the guy used to hang out there, but the person who told me hasn't seen him in 3 days. Says he's a mine worker, but he got a windfall, and he hasn't heard from him since.
Where would a miner get a windfall? You can't gamble until you're an adult.
Wrong kind of miner. We had our whole thing with the Miners' Rights Guild.
Oh.
Yes.
Could have dug something up. That's what miners do.
What are they mining on Jedah?
I don't know. Guy I talked to didn't say. Just said he was a miner.
It's a pretty empty, hollow rock for the most part, but they've been doing a lot of mining recently.
Well, they must know there's something down there then. They wouldn't just dig around for fun. So we can go ask around there. That's the only lead I've got.
Then we'll start there.
Okay. Off to the Broken Heart. Or why did I say that? The Broken Inn.
You get to the Broken Inn, and it is a above ground dwelling, rock, stone, and mud, like most of the other ones, or dried mud brick, like most of the other houses, except not a house and not a dwelling. It's a commercial residence that people are coming and going. It's got a sign out the front that says the Broken Inn, and the R is bent, leaning over after the B, and it's sort of overlaying the O a little bit, and there's music going on inside. You can hear it's very mixed between classical and jazz. It's very vibrant and noisy, and there's lots of sounds of talking and laughing and carousing and general people having a good time inside.
Well, here we are.
I'll look imposing. You do what you do best.
What, annoy people?
If it gets them to tell you what we need to know, that works for me.
Okay. And Shae will enter.
Bounces at the front door. There's two big Gamorrean bouncers at the front door, and they eye you up and down as you enter.
Okay.
Yep, and you enter, and the place is absolutely packed with people coming and going and drinking and celebrating and dancing and listening to music, and there's a live band up on the stage, and in the center of all this is a circular sort of bar, a bit like what Red's bar, but it's more circular and with a mix of robot servants, as well as a couple of Twi'leks, and a standing over the top of all these is a very tall, long-headed fellow with very skinny, long arms and very large hands, and he's peering over everybody and gently grabbing drinks and serving people. And he's a very tall Moon, Muun. A bald. They're tall, long, lanky, bald, long-faced species.
Yes. Shae is looking around to see if anyone looks like they could work in a mine.
Lots of people
Great.
dressed in miners, what you would consider miners' clothes. There's other people that are dressed in clothes that going out. There's other people even dressed in body armor, a bit like your companion, except not in Mandalorian armor. They're dressed in other styles of armor, some wearing pieces of even stormtrooper armor that have been colored a little bit differently. some people avoiding those people outright because no one wants to be associated with people wearing armor of the Empire. But not everyone's armored. There's a general feeling of it's definitely a relaxed atmosphere.
Then Shae is going to approach the closest whoever is wearing mining clothes.
Miner's clothes would be a scruffy looking human. Looks like he's had a long day or long night and day in the mines.
Okay. Shae's going to walk up to him.
Drinking with 3 others that are dressed similar to him, and they're all not hunched over the table, but they are definitely, sort of leaning in and talking to each other quite loudly. And they look up as you walk up to the table. Geez, this isn't very familiar.
All right. Well, she's walked up to their table.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
And they stop drinking and they look up at you with sort of suspicion, but yeah, questioning as why a little girl is in the bar coming up to them. Yep.
Do you know a Deebs Nance?
Deebs.
Yeah.
And they all nod. Yeah, we know Deebs.
Seen him?
What do you want with Deebs?
Just looking for him.
Maybe this one's his daughter. I doubt that. She's not the right species. Would be adopted daughter, or stepdaughter, or what? I don't know. Just daughter. What do you want with him anyway? What, see? Oh, who would have thought?
So do you know where he is?
Yeah, he quit.
Yeah, but no one's seen him. 3 days?
Yeah, no one really quits. Yeah, I know that. But they said he quit.
Well, if no one really quits, then what does that mean?
What do you mean?
Well, you just said no one really quits. But they just said he quit. So what
Oh.
actually happened?
Yeah, right. No one quits. We spend a lifetime working in the mines.
Okay.
Yeah, because, we're not the highest paying mob in the universe.
Or paid, I assume.
We're not the highest paid mob in the universe.
Okay. So what happened?
I heard he was retired. No, he's not retired. Yeah, didn't he get a windfall or something? He won some lottery, or he was able to pick up something and won a ton of money? No, he was shot.
What?
There's some rumors. Okay, like we said, the only way you leave here is you either die in the mining or you go steal what we're mining and get shot in front of a firing squad, or you win a lot of money and leave the country. You win a lot of money and leave the planet.
Okay, so do you think he left?
He was telling me like a week ago that he was going to come into some money.
Okay. But if he did, where would he go?
Well, I don't know that. He certainly wouldn't tell us.
Well, do you know who would know? I'm really worried. No one's seen him in 3 days. Shae is doing her best to look like she's gonna burst into tears if they don't say something helpful.
He's just chilling, watching the room, letting Shae be Shae, because she's good at this sort of stuff.
Well,
sort of daydreaming a bit, shooting that guy,
How he'd kill
incinerating that
everyone in the
guy,
bar if he could.
fragmenting limb separator on him.
He's just becoming some kind of homicidal maniac.
Only in the Christmas special.
Oh, okay.
well, you could go ask that protocol droid. The one
Okay.
that's serving drinks.
Okay. I guess I will. Thank you.
Now, none of that here, dearie. Oh, God, it's not going to start crying, is it?
And if they don't seem like they're going to say anything else useful, she will immediately stop fake crying and walk away.
Okay, you walk through the crowd. You get jostled a little bit, and you manage to get up to the bar. And the protocol droid is serving other people, and it's a couple of minutes before it finally gets to you. I am PD1, Human to Drink Relations. How may I help you today?
I don't need a drink. I'm looking for someone called Deebs Nance.
Deeps Nance has not been in for some time.
I know. I hear. But I was told to ask you about where he could have gone.
Yes, 2 shots of juju, drink, and 6 2 cars.
What?
They are names we give our drinks. That's his last order.
Okay.
And the protocol droid stands at attention, looks off to the left, looks back at you. Yes, you were saying.
Yes, I need to know where he went.
I can take you to where he went.
Oh, okay. Where's that?
Follow me.
I just have to go get someone, and can I come right back and then do that?
Fine.
Okay, great. I'll be right back. And she will go looking for Scar.
Who is not hard to find.
Okay, she will find him. The protocol droid over there says it's gonna take us to where he is.
Okay, excellent. Good work. He pats you on the top of the head, which he thinks is reassuring.
Is he trying to be reassuring? I know this is very difficult. Talking to droids, it's...
You're doing... Yeah, he hates droids. He's saying you're doing good, yeah.
Anyway, we'd probably better get going because the table of guys over there thinks I'm his kid, so if they see you doing that, they're gonna get confused about what I'm talking about, and anyway, come on.
Lead on.
Alright, shall I head back to the protocol droid?
Who is now waiting outside of the bar and being hassled by some of the patrons.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Ah, is this your companion?
Yes.
What a strange-looking fellow.
Alright, I'll follow the droid.
Leads you to one end of the bar where there's a curtain, and the droid slips through the curtain, which leads into a hallway. A few feet down this hallway, it turns into an empty room. I'm assuming you guys are following it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And there are 4 heavily armed humanoids wearing these gas masks that have these wires that come down like breathing tubes on either side. One of them's carrying a smoke grenade, and they're all got rifles. 3 of them are aimed at you. They have beaded eyes, and where their ears are is all mechanical as well, with little wires sticking out, and they're all bald with these big things set into almost like a horn that's been cut off and set into the middle of their forehead.
Okay.
They're all wearing dark armor. And from down the end of the hall, you see 3 more humans. Well, you hear footsteps rushing down the hall. The droid turns and puts its hands up. Oh dear. I'm sorry. And it starts to walk outside. Have a nice day. Lower your weapons.
I didn't raise any. And who are you?
The question should be, who are you?
Well, I asked first.
And we are the ones holding the weapons. What do you want with Deebs?
She's looking at Scar.
Why do we want him? He's wanted.
We know he's wanted, but why do you want him?
If you know he's wanted, then you know the answer, don't you?
Enough talk.
We haven't really talked all that much yet.
And a bag is shoved over your head.
Hey!
And a bag is shoved over your helmet.
Are you kidding me?
And after a while, you're jostled through what seems to be long hallways, and you can hear the sounds echoing off empty tunnels and rocked walls, and you feel dust and dirt as you walk along, and see even the smell in the air. And about 2 hours later, you're shoved into what you think is a room, and everything is sort of quiet. You have your hands that are bound behind your back. The bindings are now removed. The Hessian bags that were over your head heads are removed.
Was that really necessary?
You're standing in a large room that's all rock-walled, and even the roof is rocky. And a man with curly hair is standing looking outside a window out to the open landscape that is Jedah. For the most part, his body looks to be mostly made up of machine. He turns, and there's a mask that's hanging from a clip on his chest with a breathing tube going down. He lifts up and he takes a deep breath. He drops the mask and pulls the cord tight, or the breathing tube tight. It was necessary.
Why?
Who are you?
Who are you?
He takes another breath.
I asked first last time and they wouldn't answer, so now if I ask second, maybe you will.
You are an impetuous child. I am Saw Gerrera.
I'm the bounty hunter.
Yeah, me too, I guess.
Bounty hunters? And he looks at you slyly as if there's something wrong with you.
You may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid.
And who do you work for?
Whoever's paying the credits.
That's how bounty hunting works.
So, Imperial then?
I don't think this one is Imperial.
Any Imperial jobs?
Not that I'm aware of.
You know who I am.
You're a rebel. Been causing a lot of trouble for the Empire.
And he sort of looks like he's thinking a little bit. We're fighting for the cause. For the dream, yes. To be free. And he looks around. This place, there's not much. But for many, it's home. The Empire is mining it to its core. Kyber crystals.
Kyber crystals? Are they even a thing?
What's that?
We heard the Kyber crystals are being used for new weapons.
Crystal weapons?
There's stories that Kyber crystals were once used by Jedi Knights. Do you know who the Jedi Knights are, little girl?
No.
Jedi Knights used to be peacekeepers for the galaxy.
What happened to them, if they used to be?
The Empire hunted them to extinction. So it's up to us now to fight for the freedom of people, for their dream.
So, what does any of this have to do with the bounty?
You say you wanted Deebs.
Uh-huh.
Deebs was a man in my employ.
Okay.
Was?
Deebs ran.
Wouldn't happen to know where, would you?
I do, but I need to know who you are before... Well, let's just say I need to know who you are.
Alright, Shae's looking at Scar.
I'm the bounty hunter. This is Shae. We operate from Jedah.
Hmm?
I haven't heard of you, bounty hunter. Do you know Boba? He's a famous bounty hunter.
Yeah. Aware of Boba?
You're a Mandalorian, yes?
Yes.
Well, when you see him next, say hello from me.
There's not really a lot to say other than that. Bounty hunters do bounty hunting. That's about it.
I have not heard of you two, which, in my experience, is generally either a good thing or a very bad thing. Pulls up his mask and
At least sometimes.
takes a deep breath. And he turns and looks out the window. And he stares out of the window at the barrenness of Jedah. One day all this will be gone.
Where?
The Empire is mining this planet to its core. For new weapons, we don't know what to do as such, but it's up to people like me. And he looks up and he's sort of like almost proud of himself. A fight back against the tyranny that is the Empire. Deebs was one of those people. And we've been trying to sabotage the Empire's desire to keep mining here. Unfortunately, Deebs took it upon himself to steal not one, but a few Kyber crystals, which has drawn more attention from the Empire.
If
Okay.
he was a true believer, why did he run?
Obviously, he's found someone that wants to buy them.
If it
So then,
matters, the bounty is for alive.
Live or dead, you can exterminate without prejudice. I don't care. I just want the Kyber
no,
crystals
we
back.
can't, or we won't get paid. You want the crystals back. What are you offering?
What is it you'd both want?
Money? She's looking confused. And
Money? I'd be quite happy with some crystal splinter shard slices.
I don't think that was the thing either.
Should be.
Wait. Is that for a spinal displacement weapon?
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, I mean, just money, really, because we have to pay for the ship and stuff. And that.
It's really tedious. Do you know that the food that's instant isn't really instant? You still gotta wait for it.
Ugh, you don't have to wait that long. It's fine.
And yet another thing the Empire has pushed upon us.
Instant food.
They claim that they can produce instant food, but it still takes 90 seconds to cook. In some cases, it's 89 seconds, but still, 1 second faster does not make it instant cook. It's a travesty, I tell you.
Built on a lie.
A lie for the dream. And that's why I fight. For instant food.
Oh dear. Oh no. It might have to pay pretty well too, because he always says don't get involved with the Empire.
What's the bounty on Deebs?
Not a lot.
2,500
I'll double it.
for the crystals.
For the crystals, no questions, and no Empire.
Okay. I think that's fine. Is that fine?
We can do the no questions. You're not saying we're meant to destroy the Empire. I can do the no questions.
I'm asking you to avoid Empire involvement. Very well, we have a deal. You can find Deebs on the Cloud City and Bespin.
If you know where he is, why don't you have your crystals back?
It's Life Day tomorrow. And that wouldn't make for a good story.
And how do we find you when we have the crystals?
Follow the dream. And he looks out the window.
So we just go back to the bar, talk to the droid, and get shoved through hallways for another 2 hours?
Bring the crystals to the bar.
Yay. And?
You'll get paid.
Yeah, who do you want us to tell in the bar that we shouldn't just walk into the bar and go, "Hey, we've got crystals."
The droid.
Okay. So Cloud City.
Cloud City. I take it this one doesn't get out too much.
He's been excellent in bars.
And bags are shoved over your heads again.
Can't we just leave a different way? This is
And before long, you are back out on the streets of Jedah.
before long, after 2 hours.
After 2 hours, before long, you are out on the streets of Jedah.
Well, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
We've just doubled our money.
Have we, or have we more than? I wasn't sure if he was saying he'd give us another 2,500, or if he'd double it, meaning he'd give us 5,000.
I guess we should have clarified that. However, I think Saw was saying he'd give us 5.
Yeah, so, yeah, exactly.
Nobody thinks like you. That's why we always end up in trouble.
Look, when was the last time we ended up in trouble? That doesn't count, cause nobody's injured or anything. Or yelling, or contacting the authorities.
Minox. Gundarks. Tauntauns.
Uh-huh.
We haven't done exactly well with them.
I don't know about that.
They don't seem to like to negotiate.
Oh. Do they need to?
Still think I should use my spinal relocators.
On tauntauns?
Oh yeah.
Why? They're nice.
Really annoying. And they smell bad.
But they're nice.
Even on the outside.
Ugh. Maybe we should get one.
I guess they don't make the claim that food is instant. And he turns and starts walking towards the ship.
Alright, Shae is following Scar. So have you been to Cloud City?
Yes. Very pretty. Lots of clouds.
Sounds like it.
Defies logic, really.
Clouds?
Well, it's a gas giant. They mine Tabana gas there, which is used in guns and ship engines and all sorts of things.
Hmm.
Yet, the atmosphere is perfectly breathable.
Interesting.
Very.
I guess if it works.
I guess I shouldn't complain. Works in our favor.
I wouldn't complain about breathable air, no.
Scar will prep the ship when it's, for what he has to do, and then climb in.
Okay. And Shae will pilot.
And he will pay a lot of attention, as in sleep.
He wakes up, they're lost.
You come out of hyperspace above what is the gas giant Bespin, and above the clouds that you can see as far as the eye can see, and before the sun that's setting off into the distance is a huge floating city that looks like it's a floating dome, and it's lit, striped by two brightly almost lit speckledy lights that adorn it, and on top of this massive dome is the small city, and you're escorted by twin potted air vehicles that guide you onto cylindrical landing platforms that litter the city underneath you.
Hey, wake up. We're here.
I'm awake.
Have been this whole time, right?
Pops the canopy and stiffly gets out, stretching.
And you look around and you're on top of the cloud city. The air is cool and really windy. And on a platform not far away from you sits a strange looking vehicle that almost looks like a shoe, but it's got a bit of a spine to it. It's greeny coloured. It's looking very familiar to the Mandalorian.
Gotta be kidding me.
What?
Let's just go. Let's do this quickly.
Okay. It's fine by me. Not like you told us where in Cloud City, though.
We'll figure it out. It's what we do.
Right?
There's a gangway that leads up to two large double set brightly lit doors, and on the way to the gangway there's this beam that stretches out to the next platform, and it's a thin beam, but it's got a railing along it, as if a safety precaution. And at the entrance to this beam is a small little plaque. As you walk past, in memory, dedicated to the loving memory of Kuroi Kinyobi, ace pilot, tragic hero.
Tragic hero. I guess
No one is going to get that, but
no, they won't because you didn't record your game from however long ago.
20 years ago, 30 years ago. Oh, damn it! If only we had known that there would have been this thing called this internet.
Funny though.
I guess someone fell here.
You'd have to be really unlucky, like just a whole compounding of bad luck.
Oh, maybe the railing wasn't there before and they added it after.
It looks like a newer addition.
Safety precaution. Alright. Well, don't fall, I guess.
I wasn't planning on it. Were you?
No.
Good.
And a wind whips up to remind you that, standing next to the edge, a strong breeze could quite easily blow you off. It should say, actually, there's a sign that says no running. It's got a person in a running pose with a big cross through it. And the double doors open and leads into a hallway, which looks like a big sort of like an amphitheater where there's registration stations and there's some people milling about and there's a couple of guards. As the door opens, there's a guard that turns and looks at you. And he's wearing the uniform of the local Cloud City police and an oddly shaped looking helmet. One that doesn't seem to be very practical at all. And, he's got a blaster, and for the attempt at looking professional, he kind of looks a little bit ridiculous, you think. And while trying to be serious, he turns to you and says, "Please make sure to register before attending the services."
Got it.
And you hear the clacking of footsteps as a person stops, turns, and is walking directly over to you both. And this person is wearing green armor and a helmet, exactly like the one Scar is wearing, an armor exactly like the one Scar is wearing. But he also wears a jetpack.
Are mad about that too.
Which is what Scar isn't wearing.
On my list.
And he stops a few feet away from the both of you as... "Hello, Scar."
Hey, Boba. How's it going?
Yeah, just here doing a job. The Sigma arms dealer.
Right, yeah, I saw that. Arms dealer from Sigma, yeah.
So what are you doing here?
Me? Here? Oh.
Wait,
Oh!
that was the only job that was here. The only other job that was here is that Life Day job, but you wouldn't take that.
No, we're not here for that. No, didn't even know about it or hear about it. The little one here wanted to look at clouds.
Yes. Yes. Clouds.
Clouds.
Whether there was weather.
Clouds are good.
Whether clouds are weather.
I like clouds.
Well, there certainly is lots of clouds on Bespin.
Yes, it's great. Clouds.
So you still don't have a dent in your helmet yet.
I did, but I got it fixed.
Oh. So where's your jetpack?
It's being
Clean?
calibrated.
That.
Cleaned.
The calibration of the cleaning of the jetpack.
I see.
Yes, and my helmet needs cleaning too.
Well, it's good to see you again. If you're ever over in the outer rooms one day, pop in, say hello. I'm thinking about putting a crew together.
Hey, right. Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Do some jobs, rule the galaxy kind of thing. So,
Sounds great. Like Mandalore of old.
you're right. Not much of Mandalore left.
Enjoy the arms dealing thing.
Yep, and he sort of does a little tick salute with his two fingers, and so he's like,
Yep, well, once we're warriors.
Saw Guerrera says hi. Gar watches him go, waits for the door to close. I hate that guy. I hate that guy. You know, he only keeps the dent because he thinks the Twilight girls like it. I'm Boba Fett. He actually doesn't realize that's what he sounds like. I'm Boba Fett.
How do you know him? If you hate him so much.
There's not that many. Mandalorians is a small sort of circle now, and everywhere you go, people will come up and go, "Are you him?"
But his armor's green.
And mine's ocean blue.
So... I see.
But there's another guy running around pretending to be him.
What? Why?
Yeah, because he gets the jobs.
I mean... That could work.
Yeah, but one day he's going to catch up with him.
I guess. Well, he wants you to help him rule the galaxy or whatever, so... Probably doesn't hate you.
He recognizes talent when he sees it. We're going to register for services.
and there is a lady standing behind the registration.
We saw the whole thing.
Well, she, you know, that they're standing there respectfully minding their own business, but when you walk up to the registration, she's standing behind the registration unit, and the unit, you know, stands about waist height, and it's about the size of a small box. It's got a platform screen on it, and the lady, you know, has got short hair, and she's wearing a very straight, looks like very extremely ironed, white-looking dress that's almost looks like cardboard in a way. It's that well ironed, and she's got a big smile on her face and very red lips, and she looks up and business or pleasure? Purpose of your stay, business or pleasure? I'm sorry.
Business.
Business it is. And she leans over and she taps on the button. It comes up, business. Names?
Shae.
Scar. S-C-A-R.
She types in your names. Length of stay?
Hopefully not that as long as it needs to be. We don't know.
3 days. Will you be needing a room? Oh, of course. And so, of course, you'll be needing a room. And she books in. Will you be requiring any extra services? We have the carbon freezing lab, if that's what you would be interested in.
Or can I?
Can you what?
Can I carbon freeze Deebs?
No, you can't freeze him.
It won't kill him, I think.
Yeah, but we don't know. Look, we're just supposed to bring him back. That's it.
Well, we can bring him back as a slab.
Okay, but yeah, we don't need that. Thank you.
That service is available anytime, so if you...
Okay, well, it's fine. We're okay.
It's amazing how many people actually use that service.
Well, on themselves.
So this is a Life Day special? Oh, no. Well, this is the Center for Entertainment in the known galaxy. So it is not surprising to see many people who run away and want to forget things to end up here and have people like yourselves, your good selves, come and repatriate those said people and needing to bring them back, which is why we offer said services for a premium fee. And today and tomorrow we have a Life Day deal of 250 credits for one carbon freezing slab. Guaranteed, 99% guaranteed success of life.
That's 1/10 of the whole bounty. We don't need to do that.
Fine.
I think we're fine. Well, look, we'll take it into consideration, okay? Great sales pitch. Very good, very good. We'll think about it.
Thank you. Enjoy your stay.
Okay.
Main amenities are in Central Suite.
Then I guess we continue further in.
And after checking out your room, which is suitable accommodation, most of the people tend to go towards the main theatre, which is a huge room that's filled with it's a multi-leveled casino that's full of gambling and food and drinks and different bars, also different levels of entertainment. And there's dancing and lots of gambling. Lots of different types of gambling and lots of different types of people in here as well.
He wouldn't be gambling, would he? He'd be looking for a buyer.
Unless he already found one, then he could be gambling.
That wouldn't be good for us.
No. I don't know how hard it is to find a buyer for a kyber crystal.
Neither do I. I'm not sure what it is.
For weapons, said, what was his name? And the Empire wants them. Well, do you know of any places on Cloud City where someone would go to sell things? 'Cause I've never been here.
I know of some fences, but I don't know if they'd be dealing in kyber crystals.
Well, we could ask if they know who would. If not, one triumph.
One triumph. Wow.
She runs into him.
Yeah. So Scar's asking around. He's asking some of the local fences that he knows, and after a while, Scar isn't able to turn up anything of use, and at one point he's just standing in the main area, not knowing what to do next, until Shae comes across a table where there's people milling around, and there's obviously someone there who's winning it up big. There's some dice rolling going on, and there's this Gungan at the end of the table with a twilik off basically each arm, and rolls the dice, and there's a big cheer as he rolls what was needed. It's like, Misa so good. And there's a whisper. Someone walks up behind him and whispers into his ear. His face suddenly loses color. He grabs up what tokens and money he can, and he starts hurriedly running from the table. And this is 2 floors up from the main area. Okay.
Shae is going to run after him while contacting Scar on the communicator and letting him know. I think he's running now 2 floors up from, if you're on the main one, 2 floors up from you. And he's running. And I'm chasing him.
On my way.
Shall keep chasing him.
You go to run up the stairs, but there's 3 security guards at the stairs, and the stairs are currently blocked off. It looks like they are under maintenance. Off to your left are some elevators that go up and down.
He will press the elevator button.
And after a few moments of waiting, the ding, and several people mill out as like they're not in a rush to do anything. And you step inside, and it's a sort of, it's in the middle of the gaming room, and it's all surrounded by glass.
And he reaches over and pushes the button hard for 2 floors up.
And the elevator starts to go up slowly, as if it's taking its sweet time.
Of course it is.
Shae,
Yep.
you're running.
Yep.
Make a athletics roll.
Okay.
Is starting to run along the hallway. On the left is all doors, and walls. On the right is just like it looks out onto the open. Okay, down onto the 2 stories below. And as you're trying to chase after him, he's taken for the bolt and realizes that you're trying to, chase him down. So he bumps into people, and he throws people in your way. And some of them try to stop you because he's yelling out, "Missa, in trouble! Missa, need help!" And he looks like he's about to get away.
Okay.
Before he starts, he ignores the guards at the top of the stairs, takes a flying leap over the barricades, and goes tumbling down the stairs. Rolled down the stairs almost to the next level. He's sort of groggily gotten up, looked around. Money and tokens and coin have just gone everywhere, and there's some people that are frantically scrounging to get the money, and they're
Wait, on the stair? I thought the stairs were blocked off.
yeah, they are. But people are jumping
stairwell,
over the things to get to the money.
Well, if that's possible, then she's jumping over to try and chase him.
And he's sort of groggily looking around and sees you running down the stairs with other people, and you're just climbing over the tops of others. And he leaps over the balcony and down onto the next level.
How far is it?
A story.
Uh,
Lands on a table, crashes into the table crashes underneath him, money and tokens and coin and balls and things go everywhere. There is a massive commotion.
oh, great. She's gonna try and get there then.
He's screaming in pain.
Oh, okay. She's gonna go over to him then.
So why are you chasing me?
Because there's a bounty.
And when the guards sort of hear this, one of them says, bounty?
Yeah, hi. I'm a bounty hunter.
This is not my cool. Yeah, we leave him with you then? Says the guard.
The registry shows that the Gungan was staying on a landing pad. Means he has a ship. I could fly it.
Well, if one of us flies this and one of us flies ours, then we get everything we need to back. And you want me to turn him in?
Correct.
Got it.
So we're going to stash this guy in the pod.
Okay. Yep, so Shae will get the Gungan into our ship and head back. While Scar can take a bunch of Kaiba crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Which we'll have to land in the desert, somewhere sort of hidden, and then tell the droid the location.
Mm-hmm. Shae pops out of hyperspace over the desert world of Jedah.
Mm-hmm.
She flies down to the mountain city.
So after Shae has turned in the bounty, done all that needed to be done, she is still back to the hangar quicker than Scar, but she will hang around there, thinking that that is probably where he will show up.
And sometime later, Scar comes through the main doors. He's carrying a box in one hand, which he places on one of the benches, a pouch of credits, which he's holding in the other, and he puts it on the desk and takes off his helmet.
Okay.
And he picks up the bag and turns around and looks at Shae and tosses the bag of credits over to her.
She will catch it. Got the ones for the Gungan too, so what's that? How much off the debt to Red is that?
Probably not a lot. She's overcharging us.
Yeah, she is, but who else would let us hang around? Well, Deebs seemed interested in talking to you. You could check if he's got a hanger.
I don't even know what he was.
A miner?
A bounty?
Hmm. A minor bounty, too.
That is very true. And what is wrong with people?
Which?
All of them. I've just come from the market. I've been walking around looking for something that I was after. And not one of them said, Happy Life Day, or Merry Life Day, or even Happy Holidays. They all said, May the Force be with you. What is that? How can Force be with you? What Force?
Who was saying
is
that?
this?
Is that new? Does that mean something?
It's stupid is what it is. Not thank you for your purchase, please come again. No, it's may the Force be with you. Who came up with that?
I don't know. I don't know. Is it some new, like... I don't know. Don't ask me.
Makes no sense whatsoever.
I agree. No sense. Maybe it'll catch on.
I hope not. And he picks up the box and he walks over and he looks a bit awkward, like this isn't something he normally does.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking confused because he doesn't know how to do this. And it looks like he's gonna hand the box over, and then it looks like he's gonna drop the box on you nonchalantly, and then it's like, no, maybe that's not how you should do it. And because he now has no idea what he's meant to do with this thing on this particular day, he just hands the box out towards Shae and says, "May the Force be with you."
Since that's not a thing anyone says, I don't know what you're supposed to say in response. Thank you. She will take the box.
You're welcome.
And she will open it.
And it is.
And she will take it out of the box, put the box on the ground, and just sort of turn it over, looking at it. Go, okay. Very nice. Wait, where did you get that?
I got it from the flight emporium in town. Apparently it's a Naboo flight helmet with matching goggles.
Very good. I like it.
Never
From the-
used.
Boo. Never. Why?
I don't know if they export them. I don't know if a pilot sold it. I don't know. It could have been stolen. We are on Jedah.
Last I checked. And she puts her hand inside her jacket and starts to pull something out and stops and says, "So it's Life Day, right? So you can't be mad, right?"
Can I reserve judgment?
Okay, so 3 years ago. You remember 3 years ago? It was roughly 3 years ago that was. You know?
Yeah.
So there was the first time that you said that I could go with you, and actually said that I could go with you instead of just tolerating the fact that I was following you, but you said that I could go because you were only going into a bar to find out information, and there was no way that even I could mess that up. Remember?
Yeah.
And you said wait outside and watch to see if anybody comes in and don't leave.
I remember so far.
I was there when you got back.
Which is implying you were not there when I wasn't.
Well, okay, I got a little bit bored and nobody was doing anything remotely interesting, and I thought maybe the person you needed to talk to would try and leave, and if they were going to leave, maybe they wouldn't run out the front door, maybe they'd go out the back door. So I went around the building and there was an alley, and in the alley was perhaps possibly an individual who thought it might be a good idea to try and mug me. So maybe I perhaps, instead of giving him all my credits, took his knife. And it's really nice, and here you are. And she pulls out of her jacket a very nice vibroblade and hands it over.
And he looks at Shae for a while.
Who is holding out a knife.
Yep. And he's just trying to process initially, is it worth even debating that she doesn't follow orders from 3
Or
years
did
back?
it 3 years ago, yeah.
But then he starts thinking 3 years or 3 days, he's pretty sure the same problem exists. So it's not so much he lets it go as if he just bends to the inevitability of destiny in this particular point.
Hmm.
And he reaches out and he takes the blade and he turns it on and it hums. And he's like, a stimulation organic life-ending cutter. I've always wanted one of these.
You have to stop making up weird names for things.
Tell me it's wrong. It's not wrong.
Maybe not, but it is unnecessary. And yes, she's been hanging on to that for 3 years.
Well, I hope the helmet helps your flying.
I'm sure it will. Although, if that is implying my flying needs helping, I resent the implication.
You're allowed.
I see. Happy, merry Life Day. May the Force be with you.
Happy Life Day to you as well. And he walks over and he picks up his helmet and he heads for the door.
Where's he going?
He holds up the knife. I'm going to look for a mugger. It's Life Day. The Star Wars RPG is released from Edge Studios, starring Raven Insane as the storyteller, Emily as Shae, and Ghost as the greatest bounty hunter in the galaxy. Sounds are by Syrinscape, Tabletop Audio, and Epidemic Sound. Thank you for listening. Happy Life Day, and may the Force be with you.